So a lot of players are directly texting, or I'm testing them too sometimes, to ask information. So sometimes they tell me, please, can you say something about me because I want to leave the club? So yes, it's happening, and it's something strange. It feels still strange to me, but sometimes also big names are texting and they want to receive information or share information. So this is the new era of the transfer market, probably.
So have it right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone is doing well, winning live. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right so you know we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership down below in the description. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to the no surrender mentality. And big up to everyone. Listen, I didn't even realise I put the video out and it's all muted. Bruv, Brown Envelope Matrix are trying to mute the truth. Let's have it right, but they're not going to do it this time. So big up to everyone. So as we all know, breaking news from Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano comes out of breaking news today with the Pornstein, the Pinocchio in human form, announcing, well, we will find out in the next days about the Jadon Sancho case. Well, the case has been closed, classified, done. Jadon Sancho will be leaving Chelsea. As I told you, as I expected, his agent was trying to push for 200 grand a week. He's on 300 grand a week at Man United. So he's chopped off 100 grand. Oh, that's so nice of him. So proper Chelsea of him. Well, he doesn't seem to be that proper Chelsea because Chelsea offered him 120 grand a week. Take it or leave it deal. They will not break the wage structure, especially for Jadon Sancho. And that's why he's leaving. At the end of the day, he's freedom fought out of United. And now he's freedom fought out of Chelsea Football Club. Because at the end of the day, he was never going to cut his wages. He was never going to lower them that much. And at half his wages, less than half. That's more than half of his wages, should I say. Yeah? It's not going to happen. And I told you that. Expect Jadon Sancho to leave. And he's gone. It's done. So now we need to replace Mudryk and Sancho on the left wing. Oof, interesting. Nico Williams, well, he wants 300 grand plus, so that's never going to happen anyway. And also Chelsea's name has been used with Fabrizio Romano and Toothpick Jacobs and all these brown envelopes, the Pornstein. Why? To engineer with his agent to broker a deal with Athletic Bilbao to make a contract extension. And he's in talks now to get a better contract again. So have it right. These players, bruv, so young with all this so-called potential, but they are mercenaries, bruv. So have it right. That's what this day and age of football is all about. So Jadon Sancho, 4 goals or 5 goals and 10 assists. It's not good enough. I ain't bothered. Let him go back. But let's remind these owners, yeah? And let's remind everyone in the fan base that his equaliser against Ipswich was the difference for us getting top 4. Pretty much. If we'd lost that game at home and had the double done on us by Ipswich, where would we be now? Where would we be? You know what I'm saying? That would have caused even more issues and it probably wouldn't have ended very well. But thank you very much, Jadon Sancho. You don't have the mentality. He's not the level, but he was experienced and he's played under Maresca for half a season and now he's given the chop. Also, Noni Madueke, up for sale. Yeah? I thought we're building for the future. This guy's not good enough. He's not Chelsea level. So get rid of him. And that's all part of the parcel of the process, bruv. Now, that's where we are in terms of wingers. We're getting linked to kittens. Kittens? Who's kittens, bruv? Everyone's having kittens. I want dogs at Chelsea. I want dogs. Let's do a nice show speed, shall we? Yeah? I want dogs at Chelsea. I want men. I'm sick of all these unproven kids, bruv. It doesn't move me. We're not moving mountains like Usher, bruv. We ain't moving mountains. And why would you want to do that? We don't want the baby oil no more. We don't want kids in the dressing room no more. We don't want Willy hackers and all that mentality monsters. And all this jazz in the dressing room for us getting top 4 and mid mentality. What would Petr Cech, John Terry, Lampard, Drogba, what would they all turn around and say that? They'll be getting him out, bruv. They say, jog on, fella. Have a day off. Yeah, the state of our football club, bruv. That's the manager's job to instill that mentality. The manager's probably in there doing the hacker, bruv. Yeah, let's have it right. Lovely show, lovely bit of PR. But, bruv, we're paying this guy to do that. What a shambles, mate. What an absolute shambles. What a state. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Where's the mental skills coach from New Zealand? All Blacks, by the way. Oh, is he turned the leaf? Is he gone? I don't know. But let's have it right. Breaking news from Fabrizio Romano today. Breaking news. Chelsea guys approach AC Milan to sign Maignan as new goalkeeper, guys. Maignan has still not signed new contract at the club, and Chelsea are now aware of the situation. He's always been high on Chelsea's list with clubs in talks, decision up to Milan, guys. Let's have it right. Now, let's have it right. Maignan, captain for AC Milan, captain for the French national team, proven player, experience, leadership, player at the back, world-class stopper. He's got all the minerals. He's only on 60 grand a week. But well, we have to break it to Blueco. What's his age? He's 29 years old. 29 years old. So I want to bring this up to remind everyone. Let's have it right. We have to remind everyone. This is via Matt Law on the London is Blue podcast, and this is directly with Gyökeres, who's 27. Gyökeres was ready a year ago, but maybe changed now. They didn't think Gyökeres was ready a year ago, but maybe it's changed now. But high wages and his age factors. So have it right. Age factors. So, do I believe that Chelsea Football Club are going to get Maignan? What do we care about resale value? Because the age is down to resale value. The wage structure is within the cap, which limits us in the market at the end of the day. All right. But there's an opportunity in the market to get a world-class finished article goalkeeper. Me personally, if you're going with your model, go and get Diogo Costa and pay the money. But these lot have been talking to Maignan. Salute to Tobes, who's also told everyone, when was it? Let me tell you now. Yeah, let's have it right. Let's give him his flowers, bruv. Let's give him his flowers. Yeah. On January, he says, no one has a clue. They did speak to Mike Maignan. There we go. There's the date there. So salute to Tobes. He's spot on now. Yeah, we might be talking to him. However, we've just seen with Nico Williams, they're trying to orchestrate a new contract. Fabrizio Romano, with my clip at the start of this video, says agents and players come to him, message him, can you get me this deal? Can you get me out of this deal? To push narratives. I believe Mike Maignan is looking, well, we all know he's looking to extend his contract at AC Milan, or he's looking at his options for his next move. Allegri is now the new manager at AC Milan. Is he going to want to keep his number one goalkeeper, or have they got someone already in the pipeline? So have it right. To me, I don't personally think this deal's going to go ahead, but prove me wrong, and the proof's in the pudding. But yes, I do want a player like Mike Maignan. Let's have it right. I prefer Diogo Costa, to be honest with you, but Mike Maignan's got all the leadership and experience that we need. Now, it's also broken out. Let's not forget, yeah. And this looks like right up Blueco Street, yeah. Oh dear. Chelsea have also inquired about James Trafford as well as Maignan. Now, James Trafford plays for Burnley. He was also part of Man City's youth academy. Surprise, surprise. Uncle Joe Shields. He's got Delap. He's got Cole Palmer. He's got Lavia. We're looking at Trafford. Kittens. We've got Uncle Tozin. We're looking at Rodgers. I mean, the list's endless. All this guy knows is Man City, right? Burnley also used the AI scouting system that Chelsea used, that also the MLS use. Maybe the data says that Trafford's better than Mike Maignan. Who knows? But that sounds like more the goalkeeper that these clowns will be looking to sign up. And absolutely not. What are we doing here? They're in the Championship. At the end of the day, if you're going to shop like that, like we shopped Enzo Maresca from the Championship, then you're going to get that sort of level, aren't you? You're not going to get Luis Enrique level. He's the mentality monster in the dressing room. He's the leader. He sets the tone. He's the winner. If you don't have that in your squad, in your team, and through the spine, then what do you want to achieve? So if you're going to get Mike Maignan, you can get me an Osimhen, a Gyökeres. Now we're talking about intent. Now we're talking about ambition. The reality is, what are we looking at? Ekitike, Kittens and all these Traffords. Like, this is a shocker. Now, it was also broken out, and I have to put this out. We have to expose this brown envelope, yeah? This is Toothpick Jacobs, who, by the way, as we always like to do, is expose them for what they are. He's the cousin of Jonathan Goldstein, who sits on the board of directors at Chelsea Football Club. So his bloodline, there's inverted brown enveloping going on at Chelsea. He came out in February and said this: Chelsea have no plans to sign a new goalkeeper this summer. Robert Sanchez, Jorgensen, Petrovic and Mike Penders all seen as capable of competing for the number one spot next season. Petrovic will have a boost in wage if he returns to Chelsea and is having an excellent season with Strasbourg. Penders is viewed as a highly rated and, although young, capable of taking to Premier League football quickly. Well, let's have it right. We've had it broadcasted that Sanchez is up for sale. Petrovic is also on the list of all players for sale. And Mike Penders, today it broke out, and I'll get that up. Let's have it right. Mike Penders, although it seemed that he could play in the Premier League, has also been said that due to his age and the fact that he's 19, he could still be loaned out. So he's not ready, the new Courtois. They said that Petrovic, his wages would increase when he returns to Chelsea Football Club, but now it's broken out by Toothpick Jacobs. Coincidentally, the irony of this, Petrovic is believed to have a release clause in his new deal, allowing him to leave. Well, so now we're pushing the agenda on Petrovic that maybe if he leaves, he wanted to leave. Or maybe it's the fact that they want to make pure profit. Well, not pure profit. They want to make profit on Petrovic, who's been advertised being Strasbourg's player of the season, number one in stats. They go by stats and data. Why are they not keeping Petrovic? Why are we even looking at a new goalkeeper? Petrovic is the guy, no? What are we doing here? Also, Petrovic, Sanchez is on the list with Viega, Chilwell, Disasi, Fofana, Drewsbury Wenninall, Chukwemeka, Sancho, Madueke, Uguchukwu, Sterling, João Felix. Like, these all, apart from Chilwell, these are all players that they bought. And now we're selling them. I thought we're building for the future. I thought this is a project. Trust the process. Develop these kids. Yeah, develop them. They've got all the data and all the XG. Or is it just a case of we're stockpiling, buying players to sell players to make profit? And the only way you can do that is with a low wage structure. It's easier for them to sell the players. If they come good, then they've got the death row contract. So if when they negotiate with other clubs that want to buy their players, they've got still X amount of years, 5-6 years on their contract, so we can demand high transfer fees. That's the golden ticket. That's the model to a T. Do I believe we're going to get Mike Maignan? I don't think so, mate. I really don't think so. But I'd love him at Chelsea. I'd love Osimhen at Chelsea. But the wages, Gyökeres is on 50 grand. Mike Maignan's on 60 grand a week. But they're talking about age factor. Well, Osimhen's on 250 grand a week and he's 25 years old, but it's the wage. Oh, and Paulstein said he doesn't suit the style of Enzo Maresca, yet we went last year all the way through to deadline day to try and sign him. Make it make sense. The same Paulstein that told us we can judge this ownership after 4 transfer windows when the squad's complete. And now he's come out in January saying we've got to judge him after 7 transfer windows. And you're telling me that everyone that was pushing the narrative, that the narrative for the protest should be directors out, change the model. No, there's no word of that now. And everyone's in acceptance of this. You can clearly see what they're doing. And all because we got top 4 by 1 hour on a nutsack and we won some Tim Pot trophy. What are we doing here? Like, where are the standards? Where are the levels at Chelsea Football Club? They're non-existent. And that's why you lot are all in acceptance. All these brown envelopes, propaganda, like Vincey coming out saying we don't need Gyökeres or Osimhen, bring Ekitike. You're going to bring me Ekitike with Delap. Delap's going to be the main number 9. Let's have it right. From what I can see, yeah? It's been put out by Matt Law today that Chelsea expect Delap and Nicholas Jackson to compete for the out-and-out striker position with Ekitike or another versatile forward, providing a further option from deep or a wide position. So we want Swiss Army knives, except we bought Swiss Army knives and, well, they're not even blunt. They're snapped in half. They're not Swiss Army knives. Maresca said Sterling's a Swiss Army knife. We were PR'd Viega's a Swiss Army knife, only for him to be loaned out for after 6 months. And now he's up for sale for 30, 40 million. João Felix, another one. Like, what are we doing here? You can see the pattern. It's clear as day. So at the end of the day, this tells me, if it's true, well, Delap and Jackson are going to be fighting for the striker position unless they can sell Jackson, because they're all happy to cash in on Jackson if they get 60, 70 million bid. You know what I'm saying? It's all very, very, scattergun, but it's not. This is how they want to squad build. They've been squad building for 6 transfer windows, 3 years, 1.6 billion spent. And why are we still squad building? Why are we still having to buy players and sell players? Because that's what we're going to be doing as long as Blue Co are in charge. Nothing's going to change, you know. And you can't get away with it in Champions League football, and definitely in the Premier League. Man United have just signed Mbeumo for 50 million. He's getting paid 180 grand a week, so that's over 150 grand a week. He's got 20 Premier League goals. He's proven. He's still got potential. He still hasn't hit his peak, but he's a man. And Cunha, 25 years old, a man, Premier League proven. And let's have it right. Man United are in the guts, and yet they're still signing proper players. We're not signing these players. We've bought Delap, who only because he's 30 million, and because, well, they put it out with Matt Law and all the other brand envelopes saying it was such a good price, and we won't buy him in case he's we have to pay stupid money for him where they wouldn't buy him. Although his wages were low as well, 20 grand a week Delap was on, and now he's probably getting paid, I don't know, 80 grand a week. So he's hit the jackpot. So have it right. This is not the intent for me, and this is a proof in how the brand envelopes orchestrate the deals for players and agents and clubs that want to sell players. So it's very, very clear to me, crystal clear, of what is happening at Chelsea Football Club, and people need to wake up. Yeah, people need to wake up. Seriously, need to wake up. Now, also, it's been broken out that having spent the Club World Cup in the USA, which we will do, Chelsea's plan is for pre-season to be spent at Cobham with no European training camps planned. So we're basically going to be in isolation behind closed doors training for pre-season, as our pre-season, because of the Club World Cup. What if we only have 3 games in the Club World Cup? Then what? What's our pre-season if we're not going to play any European with any European training camps? Are we going to play other clubs at Cobham, international clubs or European clubs? What's the deal? I mean, this sounds ridiculous. This is not good preparation going into the new season, and the players not going to get any rest as well. So this is where we are at Chelsea Football Club. I don't believe for 1 second that these lot are going to break the wage structure and are going to go in the market with the intent to actually buy ready-made players. I'm sick of potential. All these players are going to go on the same trajectory. Oh, their track record. They were looking at Doué, Samuel Madorian, and who's the other one? Duran. Well, Duran, he showed in second season, he was starting to score goals, then he went for money. And we weren't going to pay the wages that he was offered. Samuel Madorian might have decent GA, but what are we doing here? He's in the Portuguese league. What's he done? And Doué, he's in a football environment with an elite gaffer, with an elite project for football at PSG, who've won the quad, to have it right. He's got the environment to develop and show that he's a super youth talent. If he come to Chelsea, would he be lighting it up like that? I don't believe so, because we don't have the balance, we don't have the structure, we don't have an elite gaffer in the dugout. And that's where we are at Chelsea Football Club. To have it right. So the bottom line is this. If you don't break the wage structure, and the reason they won't do it is because the moment they break the wage structure, well, let's have it right. All your Cole Palmers, your Casados, your Enzo Fernandez, your Reece James, everyone's going to be knocking on the Blue Coast door, mate. Yeah. Going, open sesame, pay me what they're on. Yeah. They're not going to do that. And the profit margin, it's all about profit margin. It's all about financials and opportunists, being opportunists in the market. It's not about actually building with a gaffer. You're telling me Enzo Maresca inherited this squad and these are all the players he would have signed, yeah? They're all the players he would have signed. Waffle. Absolute waffle. They're not building with a manager. They haven't built with a manager ever since they walked through the door. Yeah. We're in phase 3, going into phase 4, 7th transfer window, and you're still trusting these same directors, these same owners to accept the wage structure cap, which restricts you in the market, to accept this age cap. Well, then you're not going to get your ready-made players. You're not going to get the experience that this squad craves. And we need to compete. and win the Premier League next season. We need to have a go at winning the Champions League. Otherwise, what's the point? We're just going to be like Arsenal, Participation FC, just trust the process. This is not Chelsea Football Club. And that's not the mentality on my platform. So pressure makes diamonds, and everyone needs to call it out for what it is. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. I want you all to smash to pieces the like button, and win, lose, draw, blue go out. Let's have it right. That is always the case. No surrender mentality, and keep winning life. Salute to all the ultras. We see things they'll never see. Up the Chelsea. Let's have it right.